You want to start? Right.
Yeah, I'll start.
I'll follow up with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an exciting evening of wrestling action between your Monroe Cheesemakers and Evansville Blue Devils. It's Tuesday, December 7th. And I'll tell you what, Mike, we're going to have a heck of a night in front of us, aren't we?
Oh, it's going to be a great night. It feels really good to be back into the normal swing of things. I don't know if the word normalcy is a good word for it, but it definitely feels good. So, getting back to the action, things that are going back to what we used to know, opposed to what we had to last year. But I tell you what, I'm excited about getting after this season. I'm excited about our new YouTube channel here. And I want to thank all the people who have subscribed and who are listening now back at home, so they get a chance to watch their athletes from the comfort of their own computers and or smart TVs. So,
And speaking of that, I want to thank and welcome all the wrestling fans from around the world and southern Wisconsin for tonight's dual matchup here. And let's, again, back to that YouTube channel. We are very excited about this. And we just want to remind everybody out there that if have you not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do so. Evansville Wrestling on YouTube. Get there, subscribe. It's a wonderful thing. We'll have piles of updates coming at you and other fun little videos.
absolutely.
We also want to welcome our Monroe Cheesemaker fans that may be watching at home. We hope you're all watching and you enjoy the broadcast.
Speaking of Monroe, so Monroe comes in at 3-1. They had a great showing last weekend. They had 9 wrestlers hit the mat, and despite of only having 9, they still took second place at their duels tournament. So they're going to be bringing a good, tough team. Unfortunately for them, they got a couple COVID protocol issues right now for some exposure there. So a couple kids aren't going to be making it out tonight, forcing a couple forfeits they wouldn't have. So even though they have those forfeits, they still bring a good experienced team to the match. So it's going to be a good old-fashioned Rock Valley showdown between two very good Rock Valley teams.
Yeah, I mean, they're bringing some great wrestlers, including Jack Dubach, who third at sectionals last year, Brady Shue, 6th at state, and Isaac Bunker, 4th at sectionals. So there is some immense talent on the Monroe side. Before we go any further, I do want to thank the following people who have supported our Evansville Wrestling YouTube channel. Kendall Butchin, our athletic director. Kevin Wiesthouse, at River Falls in his sports YouTube channel. He's given us a lot of help. Obviously, Dwayne Severson, who's helping out with audio and video. Clayton Horgan, a lot of video support from him. And, of course, Jaden Ethan, our senior student cinematographer, assistant director, and main artist here on our production staff. Thanks, Jaden.
Well, I tell you what, 2020, 2021 season was a great season to get a chance to get in there and actually wrestle despite all the world pandemic problems we had. But now transitioning to 2021 to 2022 season, a lot has happened. A lot has changed. Not only we got go ahead.
Speaking of change, we want to take an opportunity right now to thank our former coaches, retired, 20 years of experience, Coach Rob Castrone and Coach Andy Lehman, who did a great job with this program, put it in the place that it is today. I mean, really, Evansville Wrestling is a destination, a place on the map, and like Mike was saying, with our change comes in new coaches, and we've got Kent Weiler, who's coming to us from the Middleton Varsity program, along with Jared Meyer from our own middle school program. And boy, they inherit a pretty good program, don't they, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. And in speaking with Kent, and this is a quote from him, he does not plan on coming here and making large changes because, in direct quote from him, Evansville has a recipe for success built on that legacy from Coach Lehman and Coach Castrone. And so really excited about the changes that have come about, the good ushering in from old to new, and we really appreciate everything they've done. So there was an announcement that was just made.
we're looking forward to actually getting an interview, hopefully if we have time in the production, with head coach Kent Weiler. And I think we'll have John Fry jump down from the production booth and handle that. So it looks like here pretty soon we're going to have a presentation, a very special presentation, and we don't want to spoil the surprise, but we had one of our senior wrestlers do one of his wonderful senior projects, and well, again, not wanting to spoil the surprise, but it was pretty spectacular, and I think we're going to go to it. Or maybe we're not, but that's the wonderful thing about live YouTube presentations. And here we are. It looks like Gunnar Katzenmeyer will be handing off a check for $3,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Gunnar Katzenmeyer completed his senior project this past July with an archery shoot at the Janesville Bowman's Club. His goal was to raise money for a second set of singlets for the wrestling program and also to buy a new pole vault poles for the track team. Gunnar is a three-sport athlete in football, wrestling, and track and maintains a 3.98 GPA academically. Reaching this goal was a very important goal to him. With all his hard work and help from his family and friends, he raised $5,720 to give back to his athletic teams. Gunnar has given $3,491.20 for the purchase of the wrestling singlets that you will see tonight. Thank you, Gunnar, and good luck to the entire wrestling team this season.
What a great project, and how awesome is that? They got new singlets. I tell you what, Mike, I got an opportunity to see them last Saturday in action at the Peeper Duels, where Evansville did very, very well and looked sharp in those new singlets. And I'll tell you what, it was pretty special. And what a great kid getting that done for something that's given him so much back.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, that family has given a ton to this program. If you remember, his older brother also donated for his senior project to us, to the Evansville wrestling program, and actually we are still using some of that money to buy other things like wrestling mat scales, so on and so forth.
Absolutely, my understanding is he gave some of that money also to the track team. But hey, we're going to move over to John Fry.
You can hear me good. All right.
And let him talk to Gunnar himself.
All right. Sounds good. Sound good? Okay, sounds good. I'm here with senior wrestler Gunnar Katzenmeyer. Gunnar, nice job on the project. Way to go. Man, the Katzenmeyer family set the tone early with Chase and his program. What was that, the gun shoot? What did he have there?
Yeah, Chase had $12,000 raised and was able to get the team some new wrestling singlets and new uniforms after they've had the old singlets for probably over 15 years.
That's awesome that the Katzenmeyer family did that, and then you come into the senior role here, say, hey, I'm going to do a senior project. So how did that come to be?
Well, we had a nice little archery shoot at the Janesville Bowman's Club, accompanied with raffle items and silent auction, and all the money that was brought from that, we were able to get a new pair of wrestling singlets for the team, and
Yeah, those singlets are awesome. I noticed that they're a little bit different color, but same design. How did that come to be?
Well, we were just thinking have a home and away or something like that.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's awesome. And anybody you want to give a shout out for helping along the way on this senior project?
Well, my parents were a lot of help. I probably never could have did it without them. So I just want to give a big thank you to my parents.
Yeah, on Parents' Night even.
Yep.
All right, Gunnar, thanks so much. The wrestling program really thanks you, and very well. Nice job. Back up to you guys.
Well, thanks a lot for that, John, and a big thank you to Gunnar Katzenmeyer. That was, again, I can't say enough about that project.
Yeah, it was a great project. I mean, this is exactly the type of reasons those senior projects exist, and it's just indicative of how good this program is in developing character amongst those wrestlers. And this is just and his brother and Gunnar are just two examples of many times that people give back. In fact, we have 4 seniors that are participating right now, and part of their senior project in coaching our youth club wrestlers. So again, giving back to the community, giving back to the program. So just a great group of kids and a great program that are building good character and good citizens.
Well, again, that's how you keep a program at this level for so long. You get the kids to invest, you get them in, and you get them to give back, and that's where we're at.
Exactly.
So, folks, we're going to have one JV match tonight at 106 pounds. That'll be Logan Olson from Evansville against Owen Bagley from Monroe. So that'll be coming up here shortly.
Hey, I want to just take a minute and talk about the Piper duels. So,
Pretty sure that's Peeper, Mike.
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure that's Peeper, Mike.
Peeper, sorry, excuse me. Peeper duels. So, interestingly enough, Evansville took second. Despite taking second, there's some devils in the details there. There was only a 10-point difference between Stoughton, which was the champion, obviously a continuously ranked team in the state. But 10 points essentially comes down to basically 2 matches. So we were 2 matches away from actually winning that tournament.
Yeah, I think there's a lot more to that than simply that. But I will say, Evansville did a great job, beat Marshfield, perennially ranked team, beat Oak Creek, a very, very tough team. At Madison La Follette, dropping the only one to Stoughton. Now, Stoughton, on the other hand, dropped one to Oak Creek and almost dropped one to Marshfield. So it was back and forth and very, very competitive. And like I said, a lot of parity out there. They're up there with the big dogs, and that's where they belong.
Absolutely, yeah. And this caliber of team is always up there, always up for any challenge. So I just want to take a quick second to say happy birthday to Cam Staver. So happy birthday, young man. We hope you get a win tonight.
18 years old, huh? Now he can what?
Register for the draft.
Oh, great. Fantastic. Well, we're very excited to have Monroe here. I think producer John's going to put out an image of him for you. Again, the coaches, Coach Witt and his brother, Coach Witt, fantastic job with this program.
Oh, absolutely. And the whole family's involved with that. They also are involved with the youth program as well. So, they always continue, kind of like Evansville, is that youth program is being strong, builds into their overall, into their high school program, which is how we run ours, that first through 12th grade type program. So, there's a lot of similarities between these two wrestling programs and cities. So. It's good to have these type of matches so we can see that, again, that classic Rock Valley Conference duels.
Absolutely. And, Monroe and Evansville have banged heads on the mat many, many times over the past, 15 to 20 years. And it's always, just a nail biter.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And what's great about Coach Witt is that he's always willing to help out. He's helped out with our Evansville Youth Tournament. He's helped out when we had the regional here. Any way that family can help out, they always do. They're always willing to pitch in and help out wherever they can. So here we go.
Absolutely. Well, folks, just for your consideration, later it looks like the varsity duel is going to start at 195 pounds.
Couple of changes for this year's and rules in case you haven't read about this or not. So stalling and fleeing the mat. So this year WIA has changed up how they're going to be calling the stalling call, and actually it's the high school rules for across the nation. Instead of mixing in the stalling calls with any of the other caution calls, for instance, if there's a caution false start or if there is some sort of penalty for an illegal hold, those were usually all wrapped up into all the different cautions and eventually penalty points for including stalling. Now this year, stalling is all on its own. The idea behind that is to encourage the refs to call stalling and to award the aggressive wrestler. On that same long lines of that awarding of the aggressive wrestler, the offensive type-minded wrestler, we have the fleeing the mat. Now, they changed rules for fleeing the mat this year. If a wrestler is in scoring position on the edge of the mat and the wrestler that is about to be scored on goes out of bounds on purpose, then that is going to, if it's not actually doing a wrestling move, that is going to be called fleeing the mat. It's not going to be called stalling this year. It's going to be called fleeing the mat. It's going to be an automatic 1 point. And they're being very aggressive with it this year. So it changes the game, kind of gets in line with our Olympic and collegiate rules. So it'll definitely change the aggressive stance or mindset of the wrestlers this year in the mat. So looking forward to seeing how that changes the actual outcomes.
Well, we saw a lot of, what I would call, as a parent and a fan from the stands on Saturday, questionable stalling calls. Maybe that explains it. But you know what? As a parent and a fan, we're still going to question those stalling calls all day long.
Yeah, that is the nature of human beings and parents, for that matter.
And enough to give you a headache. And while we're talking about that, this is a good time to thank Mercy Health, who's providing trainer services tonight. We're very appreciative of what they do for our student athletes and keeping them healthy and keep them on the mend. And prior to this match, we're going to talk about a little bit, introduce you to the Evansville team managers. We have Libby Kroll, who's, I believe, our most tenured manager. She's a junior. She likes country, showing animals, and pretty much any ag class. So I wonder what she wants to be when she grows up.
I think I have an idea. Next, we have Frankie Maynard. She is a sophomore this year. Her music interests are all. Her favorite movie is American Graffiti. Her favorite teacher is Mr. Maurer. Her plans after high school is to attend college into pediatric oncology.
And I believe that's Mr. Meyer, our coach.
Oh, Mr. Meyer. Okay.
Yeah, and then we got Lena Ilanderidge. She's a sophomore. Her mom, Laura, and her dad, Francis, probably watching at home, I assume. She's into soccer. She's a soccer player and wants to be a physician's assistant when she grows up.
Interestingly enough, her favorite food is sushi.
How about that?
Quite the advanced palate for so young.
That's right.
Okay, next we have Brooklyn Elmer. She's a 9th grader. She's a freshman. Her favorite music is also country music. Her hobbies are hanging out with her friends, and her favorite class is vet sciences and study hall.
Great. She's got pets at home named Bronco and Diesel. I like that. I hope they're not Chihuahuas. Next we have Jillian Holsley, who's a freshman, and we're very appreciative to have the freshmen come in and help out as managers. It's a lot of work, and they do put in their time. They got to film all these matches. They got to help out with pretty much anything. So they do a great job. Like the rest of her co-managers, she likes country music. I think there's a theme here,
yeah,
Mike. I'm
like
not sure. Her favorite cartoon is Tom and Jerry.
Well,
that was.
I didn't see that coming.
That's got to be as old as her grandparents, if not older. But
there's got to be some sort of influence there.
That's right. That's right. And by the way, pets. I'm not going to name them all, but there's like 15 here.
Yeah, she's got quite the list. And her parents, I'm sure, are watching also at home, is Josh and Kate.
Yeah. Actually, they might be here. It's parents' night.
That is tonight. In fact, here's an update. Tonight, the first JV match will actually start at 6:30, and then following that JV match will be the Parents' Night's presentation. Our final manager is Savannah Schofield. She's also a freshman. Her favorite music is, once again,
I'm going to guess country.
I think you're right.
All right.
Her favorite class is math, and her plans after school is to become a nurse and own land. So
I like that. I like that a lot. I'll tell you what, if that name sounds familiar, this is Austin Schofield's sister.
Okay.
And Austin graduated last year. I believe he was a three-time conference champ. Would have been. We didn't have a conference tournament last year. 3-time state qualifier. I mean, he was a monster for our program.
Funny you say that because her biggest influence for wrestling is her dad and her older brother.
I would have never guessed that.
And she's also a volleyball player in her spare time. So she's busy.
Fantastic. Well, we gotta, like I said, you gotta thank the managers for everything they do. It's a tireless job, and they earn what they get.
Absolutely, yeah. And they do a lot of important things. They keep the stats. There's just a lot of behind-the-scene things that happen that those managers do that are really very, very important.
Well, and as a lot of our viewers know, when you're talking about a Saturday wrestling tournament, you're there all day.
Yeah.
It is the entire day. It's not a 2-hour basketball game. It's nothing like that. And those managers will be there before weigh-ins. So they're going to be there from 7:30, 8 a.m., sometimes until 10 p.m. at night.
Yeah, it's a time commitment. But just like anybody that ever gets into wrestling, and the hey fans out there, you know exactly what I'm about to say. It gets into your blood, and you live it, and that's what kind of drives like what we're doing here. None of us are getting paid, but yet
so
here
you're
we
saying
all
it's
are.
like a disease?
No,
So,
not a bloodborne disease.
yeah. Okay. Hey, Mike, while we're at it, why don't you give us a little rundown before we get into our first match about the scoring and everything else, so our viewers at home have a little bit to familiarize themselves with a wrestling match.
Okay. Well, first we'll talk about team scoring. So team points. If a wrestler wins by 3 points or less than 7, less than 7 points in a match, they're going to get 3 team points. And that's called just a decision. Now, if they score 8 to 14 points against their opponent, and in fact, what I mean by that is more than 8 or 14 points more than the other wrestler, they're going to get what we call a major, which is 4 points. The next step above that is called a technical fall. That's when a wrestler gets up more than 15 points on the other wrestler, for instance, 0 to 15 or 1 to 16. Then that would equal 5 team points. And then a fall or pin, which is 6 points for the team. And also, if a team has to forfeit, they also give up a 6-point advantage to the other team. For the actual wrestling, takedowns are worth 2 points. Near fall can be anywhere from 2 to 3 points if they get exposed to another wrestler's back, and that's all counted out per time. A reversal, meaning if the wrestler's on the bottom and they reverse and go up to the top, they will get 2 points for that. And then the various penalty points that are awarded throughout the match for different.
Well, we won't see that out of these two teams. Only the utmost sportsmanship tonight, I imagine. Wouldn't you say, Mike?
Absolutely. But you never know when you're going to see a stalling or a fleeing the mat, like we discussed earlier. And those are penalty points, usually awarded with 1 point at a time.
That's right. And I want to, again, remind our viewers out there, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Evansville Wrestling YouTube channel. And we have a very neat feature for you. We have a live chat feature. So go ahead and comment, and producer John may hit and read some of those comments as we go. We'll try to give you a shout out while we're streaming on the air. John, do we have anything?
We're pretty quiet on the chat, so again, that's okay. We're figuring this out too, but yeah, the point is we want to try to bring the experience that we have here in the gym tonight into your living room, into your office space, wherever you may be, at grandma's house or wherever, and you're trying to watch. Maybe you couldn't make it to Evansville tonight, but we want to bring that experience in. So just let us know in the chat. We have a live chat going. Let us know who you're cheering for, who you are, and where you're from, and we'll try to give you a shout out. We want to connect you, make you feel like you're in the gym, and we want to remind you in that live chat, good sportsmanship is expected and required online, just as if you were in the gym with us. So, we're celebrating high school athletics here. These student athletes are doing their best. The coaches are doing their best. The referee here tonight is trying his best. So, please be respectful online and let us know who is watching and who you're cheering for, and we'll give a little shout out. And again, if we have any couple bad apples, we might have to turn this feature off. So, again, thanks for your respect in that.
Nobody likes bad apples, John.
Right, and remember, this is a high school event, so please keep that in context.
That's right. Keep in mind the student athletes and the integrity of the process, as I'm sure the kids say.
So, here's a little reminder. Up next for Evansville On Thursday, December 9th, we'll be home again. So right back this week against Edgerton. That's also our youth night, and we will be broadcasting on our YouTube.
Absolutely, and youth night's always fun. We get a pile of kids rolling out there that are working their tails off to get to this level, and I know they all love it. And I'll tell you what, we're going to see action at the varsity level and JV level from kids that were out there doing it as a youth. So that's how this whole thing works.
Yeah, it's always great to watch that happen when, especially you and I, we've been around this club for almost 15 years now, and we've seen.
Don't I know it, and don't I feel it?
Absolutely. We've seen them come from the very smallest age, kindergartners even, all the way up to graduating high schoolers. And then we keep tabs on some of the other ones, too, as they move on and wrestle in the collegiate level.
Absolutely.
Our next event is going to be, after Thursday, will be a Saturday, December 11th. It's going to be at Belleville for the Sugar River Scramble. That starts at 9 a.m. And for Monroe, their next match after tonight will be Friday, December 10th, and they're home versus Baraboo. Baraboo always tends to bring a pretty good team as well. So real quick, we have this upcoming match for the JV. We got Logan Olson coming up. Some of Logan's information is his parents, Sarah and Jeff Bars. He's a freshman this year. His wrestling experience is 8 years. Again, one of those youth wrestlers that come through the program. And this is his actual first high school meet, so good for him. Favorite food is fish. His favorite favorite music is, again, country. His favorite movie or TV show is Sheriff Longmire. That's an oldie but a goodie.
Longmire, that's a great show. I love
His
it.
hobbies are hunting and fishing, as we said before. His favorite class is tech ed, and his favorite teacher is...
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna go on a limb here, Mr. Castrone.
You nailed it.
All right.
His plans for after high school is to go into military. There's a young man after my own heart.
Well, both of our hearts, Mike, as you know, although you did it quite a bit longer than I did, and you're still doing it. That's why we call him the Major, folks.
So, what Mr. Olson there would like to do as an adult, he wants to be a heavy equipment operator. His other sports are football, and he has one pet named Jordy, and he's a black lab.
Pretty cool. I don't want to do anything heavy as an adult, but there's our differences, right?
So he'll be wrestling the freshman Owen
Vaguely. Yeah.
And he came in at 87 pounds, so it's gonna be an interesting match. Logan came in tonight at 103.32, so we'll see what this young man can see if Logan versus Garrett versus Owen. We'll see how that comes out on that. I've seen a couple of those lighter weight wrestlers just coming out like a firecracker. So,
it's really 2 or 3 different sports, right? When we're talking about the lower weights, where they're so quick and they're like water bugs. I always refer to them as. And then you got the middle weights, and we see a lot of athleticism, more strength moves, and then you got the higher weights, the 220s, 285s, and that don't get underneath the other guy, right?
Right.
I mean that could spell doom. So, yeah, it's almost like 3 different sports that we're watching here, even though that maybe not to the untrained eye, but there's a lot of differences.
Yeah, and always the best coaches realize that those are 3 different styles, and they coach 3 different styles, and at the same time knowing what works best for the individual wrestler. So, the very best coaches have a way of mixing those 2 things in. And then getting the very, very best out of each wrestler and putting them in the best position to win according to weight and their own style.
No doubt about it. Well, we're 4 minutes away from our first match of the night here, and I got to tell you, I can't wait.
But it's going to be, I think this is shaping up to be one of those seasons where we could really put another mark on the wall. And by that, I mean, we have a lot of flyers up on the wall here. You see these banners, and I think this is an opportunity for this team to go very far. Even, and I don't want to jinx it, but they do go far. I think they can go far within our regional and sectional. So,
Well, if they keep doing the work, of course they can do that. And folks, I gotta tell you, like live television, we will be going at 6:45 for JV, not 6:30.
Yep.
That'll change.
Yep. So, yep, we just learned. We just learned of that. So that's okay. We're just getting the kids warmed up and get ready to go. And like Mike and Mason had already said, we just have the one match tonight. So we do. Hey, fellas, we do have our first shout out of the night
Oh my goodness, let's hear this.
from Scott Everson.
Oh, hey, you know that guy's the curriculum and instruction director of this district.
That's great. So Scott Everson says, we subscribed, we're fans, we appreciate your work and love your broadcast. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Scott.
thank you, Scott. We
I'll tell
really
you what, if
appreciate
that's the worst we hear tonight, I'm going to be all right with it.
Yeah, that's awesome, Scott. Thanks for giving us a shout out.
Scott's been a long time supporter of the wrestling club. He's been to our youth tournament multiple times. He was at almost, in fact, I can't remember a wrestling meet that he wasn't at when he was the principal here. Always showing up, always supported, and yeah, we really appreciate you, Scott.
I will tell you though, he was going to be here tonight, and but he wanted to make sure that we had some fans viewing the live streams. That's how much support he's all about.
Yeah, we appreciate that. That gets our numbers up, right? We're looking for views, we're looking for likes, we're kind of becoming like YouTube sensation, maybe. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
oh, come on, all right. So I guess we could kind of sound like we got some time to kill here, folks, because we're not going to start our JV match until 6:45 now, but. Some of those YouTubers like, hey, like and subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, right? So,
Do we have a bell?
we must. I'm thinking we have a bell.
We don't have a bell.
Well, I mean, I don't have an audio bell that I could kind of ding and then it goes to our viewers. But
I think we need a bell.
okay, so that'll be that'll be on the next broadcast. We'll have to get a bill. So So let's get this in here. So that means we've got time. I'll give these guys a break. They've been chatting away and filling some time here. So, so we've got up on the screen here, you should see, did you subscribe yet? There's probably a little bell. You can get notifications. We're sounding like true YouTubers. So anyway. So we talked about Coach Lehman and Coach Castrone. Mason and Mike had talked to them, and they were a long time coaches here and really set the standard in Evansville wrestling. And we were so thankful for what they've done over the years and their leadership and their work with the youth program as well. And so they will be missed. And so we've got a little screen here showing up on our broadcast. But if you were to go to our channel, you could actually find a great video put on by some former students and former wrestlers. We have a link to that in our channel. So you got to go back to the main channel screen, go to our 2021 season. We've got a playlist there, and you'll find a video there on Coach Lehman and Coach Castrone. This is just a picture from one of that video. So in any case, watch that video and check it out. So again, we're thankful for their.
Just to
go ahead, Mike.
Just to recap a little bit of what left. To say that they had built a legacy. Anybody could say that, but I can tell you right now that, and I know that Coach Castrone and Coach Lehman would never want me to say this, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. Just to take a look back in their time here, conference champions, 2006, 2007. 2008, 2009, 2010, 2012, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Literally missing only one of those years, that would be 2011. So from 2006 to 2020, they had 1 year they were not conference champions. And for regional champions, they were regional champs in 2007, 2012, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 2021.
Unbelievable
It's just amazing.
accolades. I think 2014 they made Team State, winning the section. But better than that, better than all of that. And I think this is what Coach Cicerone and Coach Lehman would want the people to know. Better than all of that are the positive things that all the wrestlers that have come through their program have done in life. Numerous kids going into the military, numerous kids graduating from college, starting successful businesses, helping back with the program, helping back with the school district. I mean, I don't think you can say enough about the positive influence that these coaches had on all of these kids. And that's why when you go back to that video and you watch it, I mean, everything those kids say is heartfelt to the nth degree. There is nothing in there that isn't genuine. And,
right.
And I mean, the only way you could really describe it is love.
Right.
Really.
Yeah, love for both the sport and their fellow wrestlers. So
and the program and their coaches, and I mean, really,
right.
That's what it's all about.
When one of the quotes from there is like, this is the wrestler had said, before I got into the high school wrestling program, I liked wrestling and it's something that I did, but when they got into the actual high school program, that had evolved and it changed. Wrestling became important, and then being a good teammate became really important, and being part of that team. And really that is, if you want to look at the real legacy, besides the wins, because the winning was always a byproduct of something they were doing right on the other side, was developing that strong team culture, the camaraderie, in that want to do good for your teammates, and that mutual respect. So just a great legacy they both left behind.
Absolutely, and as you know, I mean, again, Coach Cicerone, Coach Lehman, very involved in the youth program, as Kent Weiler and Kent Meyer are becoming this year, and then you start in the youth program, and then you go to the middle school program, and you have the great coaching from Coach Rozanski, who, I mean, I got to tell you, Coach Rozanski is a heck of a technician.
Oh, he's amazing. He could go anywhere and be a head coach. That's how good he is.
And the thing is,
high school wrestling program,
is anybody can be a good technician in wrestling. The key is being a good technician and then being able to translate and educate those kids those moves so they understand them.
Right.
And that's the key. I mean, it's kind of like one of those magical components with coaching, right? If you know all the stuff, but you don't know how to communicate it, especially to kids, which are the toughest, one of the toughest, demographics to communicate anything to, you got nothing.
Right. Especially a complex sport like this where it's constant action, reaction. You're thinking 2, 3, 4 moves ahead as you're doing your current moves. So,
and Coach Rozanski will be working with new assistant coaches, Johan Kleisch, who was always a big part of the youth program for many, many years, and also with Austin Rupiper. So, he'll be a little bit of coaching, the coaches, and then a lot of coaching the kids, right? So there'll be a lot of that going on. That season starts in the first week of January. So if you have a middle schooler at home here in the Evansville district and you want them involved in this great program, no time like the present. Get started whenever you want. Don't feel like a kid has to start in first grade. They can start in 6. I've seen kids in this very program be sectional qualifiers didn't start until they were sophomores or juniors.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't start until I was in 5th grade. So
I didn't start until high school.
Exactly.
And there you go.
And did you mention Josh Lang as part of our youth coaches?
I did not, but I was getting to it. But you go ahead. I'm going to let you have that.
Josh Lang and John Bullock actually are youth coaches, and again, talk about legacy, right? Both of those coaches, wrestled for Evansville High School.
Right.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Again, giving back to community. It's one of the marquee things that we do here, and that's what, again, makes this program so special.
Right. I mean, it's just it's ever revolving. When you get so much from something, you feel compelled to give back to it, to keep it going, and that's what we have here, and that's the legacy really that came from, Coach Cicerone, Coach Lehman.
Mm-hmm.
It's a strong legacy.
In turning the page now, looking forward to the new head coaches, I should say. Boy, they bring a wealth of knowledge and experience. Coach Kent has been at the highest levels on the board of directors for the Wisconsin Wrestling Federation. He's part of the rules committee, I believe, right now. He has been involved at the state level coaching for other national teams. He has been all in on wrestling for over 30 years, and he just brings that all to the table here. Wrestled at the collegiate level, and has produced very, very many really good wrestlers throughout his coaching tenure. So,
to say that Coach Weiler loves wrestling might be the biggest understatement in the world.
Right. He lives it 24/7. He only takes off 2 months. It's after the summer wrestling time frame, but then he's right back into it. And I think it's actually less than 2 months.
I believe that's correct.
But I can tell you, since he's been hired, I've had countless talks and meetings, and this coach is all in, and it's great to see because, there's a lot that has to go into this program, and it has a lot to go into this sport, and that's who we needed.
Absolutely, and I'll tell you what, when talking about the youth wrestling club, still time to sign up. If you got kids at home that are interested, we will take them. This isn't a situation where if you didn't sign up on day one, you're out of the room. Get in the room, sign up, get in there. We've got room. We've got enough kids that we're using 2 rooms. So we have a great setup going. So we got some coaches here at the high school and some coaches over at the Tris utilizing 2 rooms. We have it's all part of the system in a 1st through 12 program. This is all connected. So it's not this little offshoot doing its own thing over here and middle school doing its own thing. We're all connected. All the coaches talk. And in fact, it's designed that way by our board of directors for the youth club, which, of course, you're hearing from the president of, Mike, and the vice president. So here you go.
Yeah, we've been doing this for almost 15 years as well, being on the board. And
to say we love wrestling would be an understatement.
Yeah, I would say that. That's an understatement for sure. And at no level is too low, right? So no experience at all, not a problem. We have kids that are in the program in the exact same situation. So parents don't feel like they have to be some sort of advanced or they actually know what they need, know what they're doing. Our coaches are great at bringing them along, getting them to know what they need to be competitive, and then building their character as the rest of the program does.
And let me just say, I'm not here to say anything negative about basketball. Basketball's a fine sport, but here's the truth, and I don't think anyone's going to dispute this. A lot of kids play basketball, and they love it, and they wanna, and they play basketball, and that's great. Mm-hmm. But ultimately, at the end of the day, come high school, the opportunities to play diminish as they go up the line, and that's tough on kids. And what I can say is, those opportunities don't diminish anywhere close to the degree in some of the other sports that they do in wrestling.
Right.
Lots of opportunities. In fact, what do you got? 11 starting kids on football, 11 in soccer. We got room for 14 on varsity. We'll get you JV matches. We'll get you to alternate tournaments. We'll get you all over the place.
Right.
You'll be wrestling until you're sick of it.
Yeah, you definitely come to the sport. Wrestling is that sport where you're going to get in matches, and parents are going to be able to get to see their kids get out there and get on the mat and compete as well. So, and not only does that make those opportunities good, it gives those kids a chance to develop themselves personally, right? So they get out on there and get that competitive or that competition in, developing their own, self-worth, developing their own self-reliability, all those things, self-motivator, all those things that come with being in sports. They get that opportunity by getting into some real competition. So, yeah, good point, Mason. So we're about 4 minutes away from the first JV match. We got the wrestlers starting to get out on the mat to start doing their warm-ups.
Well, we got some celebrities in the house tonight I thought we'd point out. Look at over here, lounging, Matt's side. We have athletic director Kendall Butchin, along with assistant principal I'm sorry, what? Jeff Crandall. I knew that. Why did I trip on that? I'm terrible. Hopefully, he'll watch this, and that'll be embarrassing. But I've talked with him numerous times, and he's a good guy. But that's great. Some of the celebrities we got out here. I believe head varsity basketball coach Bo Tway is in the crowd, which is nice to see the support from the other sports. I don't know if Jaden knows where he's at, but he's there. He's got a hat on. I'll tell you what, I'm chomping at the bit for this first match.
Yeah, I don't think the next 3 minutes can go by fast enough.
We've been flapping our gums for so long. Usually we'd like to give you some rankings that come from the fine folks, volunteers at Wisconsin Wrestling Online. They're not quite ready yet. I think they're anticipating their initial season rankings tomorrow. And I'm sure there's lots of folks around the state looking forward to that.
Oh, and the consternation will be deep.
And then, well, the first ones are always a little tough.
Absolutely. You know, I can never forget when I was wrestling in high school, waiting for that, the first paper to come out for the crossface, waiting for those first rankings to come out. So it was old school. There wasn't online. It was all through the newspaper. And you didn't know until you actually got the newspaper. So that was always that anticipation was always, you know, built up throughout the season, and it came in about a third through the season when that first initial rankings came out.
Yes, I'll step in here real quick. Jaden's got the running the camera here. We think Jaden, he's zoomed in over there on our Monroe fans. So we've got a nice Monroe crowd here cheering on the Monroe Cheesemakers. So we thank you for the Monroe Cheesemakers for making the trip up here, and maybe we've got a few Monroe fans watching, and if you are watching from Monroe and who you're cheering for, let us know in the chat. That goes for anybody, I guess, in that respect. Let us know who's watching, who's cheering, and we'll try to give you a shout out.
Any birthdays or any other special occasions?
Yeah, we had Cam Staver. His birthday was today.
Yeah, we got his happy birthday.
We got his
earlier.
happy birthday.
Absolutely. Well, you know, here we go. I'm seeing some action on the sidelines here.
Yeah, see Logan suiting up here. He's got his singlet on.
Kids about ready to put the headgear on, and look at that singlet, huh? That's one of those new ones that Gunner did all that hard work for.
It looks sharp.
Looks sharp.
Okay, here now we'll pause for the announcer.
Well, here we go, Mike.
Yep.
What we've been asking for, and what we are about to get.
The anticipation's been building, and now we got it. Just switching up, making sure that we're on the right sides of the mat.
We're getting for a shot right away.
Kind of as we expected, the lighter wrestler comes out as a firecracker. Be interesting to see how Logan gets out of this.
Logan's sprawling pretty well. Oh, get off your back.
No takedown. Oh, there was a takedown awarded now.
And an escape.
Both are moving to get in a position advantage.
It's a good block there with the underhook.
Now Logan looks to be looking to use the advantage of the weight here, get his weight on him, make that tough for him on bottom there. But man,
he wants to get off his knees here, put a little pressure on the back, especially with a lighter opponent.
Owen's being aggressive. Good for. So what he's lax in weight, he's making up for an aggression.
All right, just past the minute mark here, and we, you know, like all these matches, Mike, you know, littler guys, there tends to be more action, more hand fighting,
Right.
more time on the mat.
You see what Logan needs to do here is pass this by and get behind him to get his 2 to go ahead in the match. Here he's trying for a near side cradle. Just trying to lift that leg, that near leg over to get the hip over.
Uh-oh.
But Owen,
Oh, there you go.
there's a good step over by Logan. There it is. He should be getting a 2 here.
Should be 2 right there. Yep.
He needs to establish control before the ref will award him
He
that
gave him the
takedown.
2.
He needs to do it. Get behind him. Nope, no points. Or did he get points?
Yeah, it looks like
He
he
did get
got
points, okay.
points. 3-2. Obviously, we didn't see it.
I didn't see it, no. Okay, Owen wins the toss. He defers. Logan's choice. Logan elects to go to the down position. Okay, key here is going to be movement off the whistle.
Hand control, pressure.
Logan's a little bit bigger, so he has that advantage. Expect to see Owen go at it aggressively to break down the hip, and we'll see if Logan can jump up just like he did when he got taken down before, get up right away and get that escape.
Absolutely.
Good movement right off the whistle.
Moving the hands down to the hips as he's coached. See if he can get that heist going, break the lock.
Owen trying to bring Logan back down to the mat, but it looks like
he
Logan's going to
goes.
get away. There we go.
Good snap down.
We go back to that near side leg. That's a good technique, good place to be in for Logan. Wearing out that bottom wrestler.
Yep. He stays on his toes. That's going to be good. Now you want to just get behind. Get him broke
Now
down.
he's laced the far leg so he can get some leverage on that.
But now you want to get that near side half in.
He's got that leverage of that far side leg. He's got to break that arm off his leg and get him his back turned to the mat. Go to that near side half.
Absolutely.
Still no points, though, for the takedown. Logan needs to get those points. He's in a good position, but the points would be preferable.
There he goes,
There's his
right there.
2 for takedown for Logan. Score now is 6-2.
Now he wants to get under that arm, not just under the neck. He wants to get that half in.
Looking for a far side cradle.
One of these, see, I tell you, these kids, they want to complicate these things, but when you get them flat like that in the head down, I just want that half Nelson.
It looks like he's got a far side cradle locked up. Nope, he doesn't.
Lose the lock there. See if he can. It's an interesting breakdown. He's got the elbow. He's got the elbow. Now he's going to walk over the other way in front of the head, right there. Just sit tight. Just sit tight.
Looks like this is going to be it, unless the time runs out. You got 10 seconds. That's
There
the
it
pin.
is.
Starting off the year with a pin.
That young wrestler, I think he's going to feel real good about that today.
I tell you, Owen wrestled really well. I mean, coming out with a lot of aggression, and he's giving up a lot of weight. So, you know, you put 10 more pounds on that young man, and we're seeing a much more tighter match.
There it is. Well, you know, oftentimes in these, they say you can tell a lot by the JV matches before the varsity match, but we only had one.
Yeah, so we didn't get a large sample size there.
Folks, it looks like we're about 9 minutes from our varsity wrestlers taking the mat. I'm sure they'll be coming out here to warm up soon, and we'll go through the introductions and all those wonderful things. In the meantime, maybe if producer John would look over at his guys and...
I think we're going to take a break real quick. We're going to
So we got a few moments here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to send John down there with the mobile unit, get an interview with Coach Weiler. This will be fun to watch. Jaden, why don't we get some video action of John trying to catch him?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So this will be fun. Coaches before a varsity match typically probably don't want to be interviewed. And you've seen that if you've ever watched a football game, basketball game, any of those things. So let's see what we can get here. But, you know, it's fun trying things live, isn't it, Mike? Why not?
Yeah, this should be good to see how Coach Weiler takes this in stride or not. I think this is introductory music, so I think Evansville's about to hit the mat. Right?
They're about to hit the mats, but that doesn't mean John Fry isn't going to work his darndest to try to get a quick little sound bite out of Coach Weiler. But here come your Evansville Blue Devil varsity wrestlers.
There they are. This is the starting lineup for the varsity.
Always a great intro when they come in here. Obviously circling the entire mat, showing their control, authority over the home gym, right?
Owning their house.
That's right. Every one of these kids has a different little ritual, a different little process before they go in. They all start warming up a little bit, doing a little bit of loose roll, and then they'll get into some other stuff. But I tell you what, this is right now. There's different stuff going through the heads of every wrestler. They're trying to get, visualize their match. They're trying to do all these things. Some are feeling excitement. Some are feeling nerves. Mike, why don't you just talk about that for a second?
There's an old wrestling movie called Vision Quest, right? And so the thought is that they are basically shadow boxing. That's a popular term that you can use, but they're going through that match, and as you said, Mason, every wrestler has kind of their own pre-match ritual. Some of it's about music, thinking about the 5 or 6 different opening moves they're going to do, or some people just free play. They're just freestyling out there. They're just making it up as they go. And none of them are wrong. None of them are all right, but they're all unique.
They're all a little different, and sometimes they're shorter than others, and who knows. But I think we're going to go into starting lineups or potentially the anthem. We do a pretty good job of producing our show, but we have no idea what's out of our control is going to occur at any moment.
Right.
So we'll see how they do it. And I don't see...
No, they're not lined up yet.
John Fry's over there, so they're not quite lined up. I think John's going to try to get that interview real quick.
It looks like Coach Weiler is occupied with some coaching, managerial type decisions right now. So
I don't know what the confusion is, but we'll see. Maybe it's I think John's going to be successful here. Uh-oh, looks like he's got him fished in. See what he has to say.
Here, give me.
Gentlemen, tonight is Parents' Night. The wrestling team would like to recognize the parents and thank them for all of the sacrifices made to help the Blue Devil wrestlers and the wrestling program. Parents, please stay in the bleachers and stand as your name is read. Shelby and Brad Bartz, parents of Brad Bartz. Kathleen and Mason Brownswag, parents of Charlie and Ricky Brownswag. Heidi and Jeremy Krull, parents of Balin Krull. Andrea and Aaron Granzi, parents of Van Davis. Chrissy and Terry Delzer, parents of Braxton Delzer. Tiffany and Jim Engelkins, parents of Braden Engelkins. Karen and John Fry, parents of Blake Fry. Sue-Ann and Paul Garvel, parents of Nathan Garvel. Sarah and Matt Heiser, parents of Danny and Owen Heiser. Laura and Perry Jorgensen, parents of Lee Jorgensen. Jessica and Joe Cather, parents of Max Cather. Jenny and Nate Katzenmeyer, parents of Gunnar Katzenmeyer. Jesse and Josh Lang, parents of Cutter Lang. Tina and Ralph Mitchell, Shane and Christy Miller, parents of Caleb Miller. Tina and Mitch Nelson, parents of Wyatt Nelson. Sarah and Jeff Bars, parents of Logan Olson. Heather and Eric Peterson, parents of Tucker Peterson. Terry and Edwin Schmolt, parents of Timmy Schmolt. Tammy and Joe Spike, parents of Liam Spike. Michelle and Adam Staver, parents of Camden Staver. Kathy and Jim Willie, parents of Luke Willie. Kelly Kohler and Jim Zweig, parents of Isaac Zweig. Sean Kroll, parent of Libby Kroll. Sabrina Schmidt, parent of Brooklyn Elmer. Kate Corbett and Joshua Holsley, parents of Jillian Holsley. Laura Francis, parents of Lena Iliandarege. Amy Dulkey, parent of Justine Kilby. Krista and Eric Maynard, parents of Frankie Maynard. And Jolene and Tony Schofield, parents of Savannah Schofield. Once again, thank you to all of the Blue Devil wrestling parents.
Well, how nice was that, huh? The kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, how about that, Mike? Let's get ready to wrestle, huh? We're going to hear the opening lineups here pretty shortly from Doug Schwen. But I tell you, going back to the parents.
Welcome to Evansville High School for tonight's non-conference dual meet between the Cheesemakers of Monroe High School and your Evansville Blue Devils. Welcome and thank you for supporting Rock Valley Conference Athletics. It has been a long year without fans, and we are happy to have you back in attendance. The Rock Valley Conference takes pride in displaying positive sportsmanship on and off the mat. To maintain this standard, we ask all fans to remain positive towards our players, officials, and opponents. Please respect our official, as they are the reason why we are able to host this event. Remember that your actions are a reflection of yourself and your community. Please enjoy tonight's contest, and good luck to both teams. Go Cheesemakers and go Blue Devils. And now introducing the starting matchups for tonight's meet. For Evansville at 106 pounds, Blake Fry receives a forfeit. At 113 pounds, for Evansville, Gunnar Katzenmeyer receives a forfeit. At 120 pounds, for Monroe, Garrett Vagley. For Evansville, Danny Heiser. At 126 pounds, for Monroe, Carson Menahan. For Evansville, Camden Staver. At 132 pounds, for Evansville, Wyatt Nelson receives a forfeit. At 138 pounds, for Monroe, Jack Dubach. For Evansville, Caleb Miller. At 145 pounds, for Monroe, Ryan Holst. For Evansville, Max Cather. At 152 pounds, for Monroe, Bodie Shue. For Evansville, Lee Jorgensen. At 160 pounds, for Monroe, Jace Amacher. For Evansville, Ricky Brownswag. At 170 pounds, for Evansville, Owen Heiser receives a forfeit. At 182 pounds, for Evansville, Charlie Brownswag receives a forfeit. At 195 pounds, for Evansville, Liam Spike receives a forfeit. At 220 pounds, from Monroe, Austin Fox. For Evansville, Balin Kroll. At 285 pounds, for Monroe, Isaac Bunker. For Evansville, Cutter Lang. Monroe is coached by Tom Witt, and Evansville is coached by Kent Weiler. Tonight's referee is Wendell Bean.
Well, there it is, Mike. We saw the lineup. We know what we're facing. Obviously, not necessarily anticipating as many forfeits, but there, might be a little bit of a bug going around their room. I'll tell you what, I think there's a number of really, really great matches out there.
Yeah, I think there's some really good matches. This is interesting. I've never seen a coach out there for the toss before, so I wonder if that's just a protocol there.
No idea.
Interestingly enough, so you've been in this sport long enough. You're bound to run into a first time for everything. Like Red won the toss, so they'll get to choose if they're odds or evens.
Yep.
Or send the wrestlers to the.
That choice can mean a lot in a close duel. Typically, with 5 forfeits, probably doesn't mean as much.
Right. It might come down to a couple matches, but. So for those who don't know, there's odds and evens. They get to pick. We're not quite sure which one they'll pick. We'll find out in the first time. And what happens is the team gets to present the wrestler first, and then it looks like Monroe took evens. So we're on the first match, match 1. We have to present first. We sent out our wrestler to report in. And
looks like it'll be Liam, and let me tell you, here's a kid, started in high school, and he is just grown with leaps and bounds in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. His favorite food is steak, and he looks like a guy who just sits around and eats steak and lifts boulders.
And, you know, his favorite cartoon being Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes. Look at this. We're getting the throwbacks, the vintage. You know, they don't even play that stuff anymore. But we anticipate Liam will go out there to get his hand raised for the forfeit. Although, unlike the managers, Liam likes rap music.
Yeah, you know, I thought it had a different name, and that's when I was a young man. We call it rap, and I thought it changed like hip hop or something, or maybe I just don't know the difference between the two.
You know what, Mike? You don't want to know.
That'll be the first of 5 forfeits that Evansville will receive.
But we will see a match right here, right out of the bucket. And I'll tell you, this week, Balin had a good showing and had a lot of tough competition. We'll see what Austin Fox brings to the table. He's 3-1 after the weekend. So it should be a good contest.
So this is the bigger weights that we talked about before. We expect to see a lot of pass-bys, a lot of head ties, a lot of inside fighting.
Hand fighting galore, like you said.
Austin looking to get in good position. Balin's countering a lot of that. Yeah, Balin stays in good position there.
You're looking for a snap.
Had to get his weight down on top of the back of his neck and made him carry that.
Tell you what, over the course of a match, that wears on you.
It does. There he is, getting good. Looking for that front headlock.
Oop, double underhook by Monroe here. Oh,
Balin goes for a toss, and he gets him on it.
Bring him back, suck it back.
This could go either way. Looks like Austin was able to roll Balin through, but Balin fighting off his back. Austin's got that near arm there, preventing Balin to roll through. They're close to the edge of the mat. Oh, and Balin rolls all the way through.
Get up.
Escaping.
He's got to get up there.
Bad position. We have back and forth. Looks like Balin got the initial takedown, but Austin got a reversal and 3 back points.
It's a flurry of activity for 220 right off the bat.
And you can tell Balin caught Austin off by surprise there, dropping to his butt for a double underhook throw, and got him on it, but then good reaction by Austin and rolling him through there.
Coming out of that first period with a 5-2 deficit. So Balin's got his work cut out for him.
Red's deferring, and coach is signaling both up. He actually is letting Balin make the decision.
Balin's going to go down, and he knows to face the other way.
Okay, just like with the Logan's match, we're going to be looking to get up and out of there right away. So we'll see right when the whistle blows what the reaction looks like.
There's some movement. Working up that way.
Watch out for those long
Keep
arms.
your head up.
Far side cradle. Austin looking for that far side cradle. Putting a leg in.
I don't know about that.
Balin hipped him down, getting Austin out of position. His hips are out of position. Hey, Balin's got a step over here. This could be scoring for a reversal. There's a reversal, and
keep it up. You got to go off to the side. Got to run off to the side here. You're never going to turn him parallel.
Balin's working for a power half. It looks like he's going to get him on it. Sinking back, and he got back.
Got the reverse in.
This could be it right here, Mason.
Now he's got to get his hand off his shoulder there. He's giving him a break. He wants to bring that up.
I think this is
there
it.
It is.
And a pin for Balin. Brawl.
There it is.
Now he put that power half in, and that was about it. Good use of his hips. Putting Austin in a bad position on his side of his hip there and just stepping over and making it happen.
So that's going to put us, I believe, at 12-0. I don't know if we got the team score going yet down there, but we'll get to it. There we go. 12-0 after the forfeit and the pin, and here's a match. These are two studs right here.
Yeah, these both wrestlers.
These guys are going to probably see each other at sectionals. I mean, they've been around.
I've seen these wrestlers wrestle at youth.
They're going to be. This is going to be violent, folks.
Right away, go after the double. Just
keep fighting. Get that hit.
Lang fighting
spot.
off his back.
Oh, get rid of that then. Bail. We're rolling.
Liam going right after the double underhooks.
Isaac.
Putting Cutter in a bad position. We got a potentially dangerous here.
Illegal headlock.
So he's got a point for illegal move. Didn't have illegal headlock. Didn't have the arm all the way and got an illegal headlock.
I mean, he had the arm, and of course, Coach Witt's showing that, but he's got to have it in the tight circle, right? You can't just have it loose out there and have the head and just touching,
Right.
So, and that's a safety. It's a safety call.
Again, with the legs on the upper weight, that's unusual to see.
It's a lot of athleticism out of a heavyweight.
Right. Trying to dig out and get on his back. He's got that hammer. Oh, and he escapes that hammer lock. Lang is doing a good job countering legs and a hammer lock there.
Oh, there. Oh,
This
now
could
shake.
be potentially dangerous here.
You know what to do. Keep
I
your
think
hand
we're
on the
gonna see
mat.
a call here. Oh, he could do a.
Keep your hand on the mat.
If he could get his head there, that could have been
See if you could keep in that tripod.
power half. Well, the ref signal potentially dangerous, but didn't call it.
Well, he was able to get out of that right away. So Bunker had the Turk in and sort of raised that shoulder, caused Cutter some discomfort, and he moved right out of it, which is what anyone would do if they're being caused discomfort.
Right. I had a correction. I called.
Oh, you got him turned.
Isaac Liam.
Looks like
That's-
he's counting
that's
back
my
points
fault.
here. Counting back points.
Isaac again putting Lang into a bad situation here.
Less than 20 seconds here. This is a point where you just hold on, and unfortunately, Cutter's not able to do it, and we're going to suffer the pin in that one. But I tell you what, no, keep your head up, Cutter. That is a mighty good wrestler. Going to bring team score to 12-6. Evansville up, and we go to 106, where we anticipate getting a forfeit.
So in that last match, Cutter was giving up nearly 40 pounds on that.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's quite a bit. As we anticipated, another forfeit. That'll bring the score up to 18-6 Devils, and we go to 113. And I don't believe we have a match here either.
No, it'll be another forfeit. Then
113 pounds for Evansville, Gunner Katzenmeyer.
There we go, bringing it up to 24-6. You know, that's wrestling. You can't fill out that lineup. It's going to be real tough to win these duels. But it does look like we should be getting a forfeit here at 120. And we've got a freshman here, Danny Heiser. Very glad to have him in the district. And I'll tell you what, Mike, You can't say enough good things about this kid. This is a youth national freestyle champion. Tough kid.
Yeah, it's excited to see him on the match for his first high school match. Of course, his older brother has been wrestling with us for a while now. And,
Yeah, watched him this Saturday at the People Duels. Goes 4-0. Deciding match in the duel against Oak Creek.
yeah, so starting out working that outside single, staying in good possession, man. I tell you, for a freshman, he is looking more of a veteran varsity wrestler than a freshman. Look at that outside single with a
Going into a fireman's carry.
yeah, that's
just a seamless transition.
trapping that near arm and then getting that. The far side arm and getting that near side leg. Going down, looking for that turn, getting that cross body. Oh, looking for that cross body turn there.
This kid's got more moves in his pinky nail than I got all day.
Well, you can see the 2 to 3 moves again, like I spoke about in the pre-match. That you can see him thinking through those different moves.
I mean, chain wrestling. This is senior stuff here.
All right, breaking his hip down well. Got that cross face, working that cross face for a cross face
Back
cradle.
at it. Oh, then he's probably going to go into a trap the leg.
Reverse Turk.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
He's digging out that.
Oh, he's almost got it locked. Going to abandon that.
He's need to walk that head to the leg instead of trying to bring the leg to the head. No. Danny's getting a little bit out of position here. He needs to come back.
And he gets right back into position. And they'll get a reset.
Garrett's doing a good job at fighting back Danny's attack from the top, but I think it's just a matter of time until we see a turn here.
I'll tell you what, Vagley's doing a heck of a job. He's a senior. He's been wrestling the whole time. I've been watching Monroe, and this isn't a typical freshman.
So that's a really good execution of a falling Turk into a power half. That is a good chain wrestling there again.
Oop. It's a great job by Vagley there by avoiding that transition to the half Nelson. Then, of course, Danny right with a quick tilt, and Vagley's holding strong here on the bottom.
Countering just a flurry of different turns. All right, so
Monroe defers.
Garrett defers. Heiser's
Danny
going
takes down.
So Heiser getting a caution for basically not having his hands and his knees on either side of the starting lines. Garrett looking for that traditional breakdown.
Just a crawl through switch. I mean, not your traditional switch.
But well executed.
Yeah,
well executed.
Just crawls through it and can feel the other, the opponent's hips and where they are. And
yeah, Garrett was going for that classic breakdown, chopping the arm.
Tight waist.
And Danny did a good job at realizing what was happening.
Just feeling where the weight was going.
Right. Did a good job at feeling that out and just tank. It was almost if it was a made up on the fly type switch. Again, working that reverse Turk there.
4-0 here, and we're almost hitting the halfway point of this match.
Danny going back to that crossface. And he's going to turn him over. It's like a kind of combining with almost like a barbed wire there.
Yeah. Oh, we got the stalling call on Vagley.
I kind of thought that was going to be coming. There's the tilt right there.
Doesn't quite have the exposure there on that tilt for the count.
He's got to get that far arm tighter up to the body before he can go into that tilt to pull that shoulder over. Boy, Danny's just being relentless on that crossface.
There's no let up. There's no let up on Bagley right now.
I tell you, at this point, we should thinking about cutting him to take him down, but there's only 8 seconds left in the period.
Oh.
Here's some back points. Right here at the end. I don't know if he's going to get a pin out of this,
the 5 count.
But he did get back points.
Did he not get the 5 count? Oh, yeah, he did.
He got it.
I was going to say, he turned him with 7 seconds on the clock.
Good never say die type mentality on Heiser's part there with 8 seconds left to get those 3 points. And here we go, both up. I tell you, in that
good shot, looking reshot. Bagley very well, doesn't keep his eyes off his opponent.
good setup.
Single to a double.
He went for that cross single, but then switched to the outside. Here we go. We're going to let him go, and we're going to run up the points here. This is good. So here we are. This is good for team points. And we're going to tire the wrestler out and maybe get a pin right here. You need to sink that half in, get on his toes, chest to chest, head up. He's got it tight in on the senior.
He went to a reverse half. You can hear his coach yelling half, but that was something we heard all day Saturday.
There's the pin.
There's the pin at 120.
Great showing by the freshman.
That's going to bring the score up to 36. And, yeah, he's, like I said, not your typical freshman.
Great match by Heiser.
Well, up next should be the birthday boy. And do we have a match for him? I think we do. I think the birthday boy gets a match, and there's nothing more he'd like on his birthday.
Looks like they're going to
126 pounds from Monroe,
they can bump him up to 126. Here
Staver.
we go. Again, Staver's a long-time member of the club and part of the
senior
program.
here for Evansville, freshman for Monroe, just like the last match.
Except for flip-flopped.
Except for flip-flop.
Yeah, Camden has been an important part of this program for a long time. Contributed to a lot of wins. Looking forward to this. A shout out to his parents, Adam and Michelle. Appreciate all their support throughout the years.
Long-time givers to the program.
He's a former regional and conference champ. Here it is for
Four-time letter winner.
good textbook
Just
takedown.
Nice little blast double.
Switched it off to a single. It was a great takedown.
I've said it. You know, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I'll take a blast double to stand up in a half Nelson all day long.
Yeah. Well, you can see some similarities in wrestling style. How instantly, as they take him down, they're relentlessly going after forward pressure.
It's almost as
breaking
if
the hip down.
he's wrestling partners of Danny.
Yeah. At this point, with such an easy takedown, I'd say we'd be looking at cutting them and try for a second takedown.
Well, he's making him carry all his weight, which is good. And
Returns him to the mat.
returns
no
him
issues.
flat, which then we start looking.
Doing some hand fighting underneath there. You know, for those back at home, believe it or not, there is a lot of wrestling going on, even though it doesn't show in the action. That is some hard work, working for that hand control and working to break hips down or trying to keep your hips from being broken down. And right now, that freshman's doing a good job of holding back the senior.
Did a great job of fighting him off, and like Mike said, I mean, hand control is everything. That dictates a lot of the positions that we're in. when we're out there, and you're going to see these guys battling with their arms and hands continuously in these matches. You know, if you see a wrestler not moving them, you're probably seeing a wrestler that loses that match.
Right, yeah. And in the amount of energy that is consumed doing both, fighting to stay off your hip and then fighting to break them down. It's a lot of energy being spent there. And Camden returned to the mat.
The freshman's coming up quick. He's just got a
catch him in that Granby.
Nice little Granby roll we saw attempted there. He's got that arm caught.
Here's a chance for Stamna to turn him. He's got his hip down. He's got a good wrist control on the far side. He needs to work on getting on the outside and working for that turn. We got lots of time. Right now would be a good time to cut.
You know, I think that's a theme from you, Mike, over last year and this year. You're always looking for, let's just find ways to score now, score.
Well, part of wrestling is breaking their will to win. You know, and it is. Dan Gable always said this: wrestling is a battle of wills, not so much a battle of wrestling's physical performance, but more of a battle of wills.
There's no doubt about it.
And if you can break that other wrestler's will to win by taking him down and letting him go, that goes a long ways with a win. Another stalling call in Monroe here. There's that same theme from Danny's match here into Staver's match.
Evansville's putting a lot of pressure on these wrestlers. They're flattening them out.
Here it is. This could be the turn.
They're walking over to the side.
Walk over. Here he is.
And there's the turn.
He's got it in tight. He's got
points.
that far wrist. This could be it. We got 13 seconds left.
Keep it tight.
If he can sit through. This could be it right here.
He's got that shoulder up just
a
bit.
If he can flip his hip through, he would get that near side hip down.
Yes, he kept that shoulder up. You almost want to sit through to keep that shoulder down.
Yep.
And kids don't trust that all the time, but that's where we're at. 5-0. Camden leads going into the second.
He's going both up. Here we go. Look for the setup out of the tie. That's Staver's MO.
Producer John, we getting any more comments?
Yeah, we are. Carrie Olson said, "Good job, Logan."
Thanks, Carrie. Appreciate it.
We'll take anything positive. Hey, you know Carrie, don't you, Mike?
Oh, yeah, that's my wife.
Well, we got 2 viewers.
And we have Travis Artisan.
Well, there you go.
Good to hear from Travis.
Absolutely. Former wrestler in the program.
He was on the team when they won their first conference championship.
I believe that's correct.
So let's see Adam work that tie.
Camden. You're talking about his brother and his dad.
Oh. Which also came to the program.
It's hard with these wrestling families. I mean, all the kids, they're all wrestling.
Good pass by.
I got 3 of them myself, and Camden with another takedown. Bring the score up to 7-0. That's what I thought. Sometimes math is different all over the place.
I've seen Camden do that same pass by 100 times.
Oh, yeah.
He's great at it.
I think his headgear is getting in his face a little bit, and we like to win. We don't like to win that way. I'll tell you what, Camden's favorite food is ice cream, but if you look at that kid, doesn't look like he's ever had an ounce of ice cream in his life.
It's like you have any body fat on him at all. He also plays football and he runs in cross country.
Yeah, he does.
That would explain it. Why he can eat all that ice cream.
Absolutely. Oh,
lock hands. We're going to get a penalty.
Free move for Monroe here. I think Coach Witt wants him to try a headlock.
He's got 15 seconds left.
All right, they're going to get a point on that. Get on the board. All right, 13 seconds left here. Tell you what, Menahan here, the freshman, is fighting hard, and you know what? He saves his team from suffering a major.
Yes, he did.
Suffers only a regular decision, so that's 3 points for Evansville, bringing the score to 33-6. But you know that's toughness in and all of itself that people don't understand. I mean, even a loss can mean so much to the team.
Yeah, just saving that one team point. But I
Absolutely.
tell you, the difference there was senior versus freshman, right? You see the experience from Camden.
Oh, yeah.
It just came through. He knew when to strike, setting those takedowns up with a head tie.
So yeah, Wyatt Nelson coming up. I don't think he's getting a match. He's getting a forfeit as well. Well, I'm sure Mitch and Tina, his folks, would have liked to have seen him get a match tonight. But hey, you know, coming off with a win, not so bad.
Still points.
Not so bad. And good for the team. All right, at 138, this should be a good match. Caleb Miller, senior, over here. Jack Dubach, junior. Monroe, very good. In fact, he was a sectional qualifier last year. Got third, would have typically gone to state, but for the fact that they only had two go there. The first two top placers go to state last year in the sectionals due to COVID, which
Right.
we don't like to talk about. But this is going to be a great match, and we got Caleb Miller here, who's going to enlist into the Army when he's done with high school, and that's quite admirable. Obviously, Mike and I are big fans of that.
Absolutely.
But we should see some action here. Look at that.
Good counter to the pass by there. He was almost as if he was anticipating that was going to happen. Oh, looks like Caleb got the ankle caught in there on the edge of the mat, working for a wrestling move. Boy, both wrestlers good on their feet. Caleb keeping the pressure on there. Dubach looking for that Russian tie. Good pass by to a double leg takedown by the junior. He's got that far arm. Caleb's got to get that arm out and free. Right now, he's in a bad position. There you go. Dubach working that power half. This could be potentially dangerous. Nope, he got the leg out. So
Kept his hands on the mat.
He's working that power half still.
Very close to the edge of the mat here, Mike.
Yeah, if he turns him out, it's going to be, he's turning him back in.
Mat awareness.
Junior's doing a good job pulling him in.
He's got him turned. Nope, he was able to even
Caleb's
up
in a
there.
bad position here.
He's already got the count, so now it's just hang on. We got 3 seconds.
Good fight by Miller.
He's going to get 3, and we have a 5-0 deficit here going into the second period.
It'd be Miller's choice. He's going both up. You see that in Evansville wrestlers. They are not afraid to go with anybody on their feet. Good off the whistle move by Miller.
And a good sprawl
capitalize on this
by Dubach.
He needs to get his head out to the side. There you go. And turn the corner. Oh, Dubach was able to get that ankle and turn the tables on Caleb.
Get the takedown.
And the takedown on the edge of the mat. Dubak taking advantage of those long arms.
Oh,
Dubak in a position here. Miller taking advantage. Miller's also getting his hips out of spot there. He settles back in. Good job.
it's a nice reversal there.
They had
Again,
potential
wrestling's
for
all about
5.
those little windows.
Yep.
And he absolutely saw that window of opportunity and took advantage.
He's going for the far side leg in there. He's getting caught,
Dubak's
though.
got a leg now, which is not
Miller
necessarily where you want to be.
putting Miller out of position, but he's got that ankle, so now we're getting into that new style of kind of what we call the funk style.
Yeah, a little bit of that funk for the reversal. And
Bach taking control of this second period here.
reset with 40 seconds left here in the second period.
It'd be good if Miller could score here, going into the end of the second period and going into the third period, give him kind of a mental edge. So let's see if he can get out and get a point or get a reversal here. Bach doing a good job at controlling the hips, breaking Miller's hips down. Good fight back up for Miller. Again, back to that power half. Oh, that was close to a full Nelson there. Oh, Miller in a bad position. He powered him over there. This could be a pin. He got 3 seconds left.
Fighting.
Let's hope he can fight out of that.
And he did.
Good job for the senior.
Only gave up the 2. So it's 11-2. One more period. It looks like Dubak will take down.
Not a lot of action off the mat or off the whistle there. Looks like both wrestlers might be getting into that third period.
Sure, early in the season, third period. I mean, it weighs on you.
Miller looking for that near side cradle on the stand-up.
Uh-oh.
Saves it. Good scramble. It had potential to be
And
a
that's
reversal,
an escape, yeah.
but he just gave up the escape. So gave up 1 and not 2. I can't count how many times I've heard a coach say that. Bach staying low for that low single and put himself in good position. But Miller going back to that kind of that funk style, but couldn't
There's a
quite dig
takedown.
out an ankle. Coming back for a crossface, pretty aggressive on that crossface.
I mean, typically the good ones are. Miller didn't flinch. Good block there, Miller.
Trying for a Granby, got caught though with the half.
He's going to count out. Oh, that's
break it
going to
for
be potentially
potentially
dangerous. He's going to get 2 points, putting us at 16-2, and we are
We're 1
point away from attack.
attack. Oh, this could be it right here. It's not a pinning combination. Oh. Miller with the reversal. Almost had that headlock. Could have been a good potential for.
Hey, you battle until the very end, and that's what we saw right there from a senior.
And that's why they wrestled the match.
Well, it had all the action, Mike.
2 technical wrestlers, but the junior, Jack DeBach, came away with a win with an impressive display of different combinations of pins and takedowns, reversals. It's just too much for Miller tonight.
Absolutely. I'm not 100% sure who we're going to see from Monroe here at 45. They've got a number of them.
So they're waiting to present. Monroe's got to present first, and then looks like Coach Weiler has got something. He's working his strategy over there, who he's going to send up.
I think that's Ryan Holst. Obviously, not being a Monroe guy, I can't say for certain.
At 145 pounds from Monroe, Ryan Holtz.
Good call.
Holst, the senior, out of the trifecta of 45-pounders, so that was my guess. Here we go against Kaler, sophomore from Evansville, who was an integral part of the regional championship team last year, making it to sectionals over a senior, at the regional tournament.
Yeah.
He's an unorthodox wrestler, but he's really fun to watch. Comes from an MMA background.
It was a good double leg and just couldn't quite transition that over.
Oh,
But the senior took advantage of that and got that near side cradle.
caught him. Yep.
He's
but
gonna.
it looks
like he's gonna go
Kaler's
through. He's gonna put this.
roll out. He's gonna roll out.
He's gonna come through. He's gonna come on top of this senior. He's gonna have him on his back. Great move.
Now keep that elbow.
What a great move.
Don't get rid of that elbow.
He could get a pin here. He's got it by a minute 4 left in good position. Put a lot of pressure on that.
Keep
senior.
that elbow. Pulling on that elbow.
Well, I think you
Nope,
nailed it
get
when
your
you say
knees up.
unorthodox wrestler.
Yeah, knees up, knees up, knees up, knees off the mat.
This could be it for the senior. I think he's going to get this.
Boy, that's
Oh, and that
strong.
experience, staying calm, got the senior through that. 5-5 match.
Tie ball game, as if nothing happened.
No. You're
no.
on top. There you go. Wow, Max just kept calm, rolled that thing back through, and got his 5 points. And
Cool as a cucumber and a bowl of hot sauce.
just like that, we're at basically 0-0. It's 5-5, folks, and that was some fun wrestling to watch right there.
Every match he's going to give you a scramble. I can tell you that.
Hey, you know, he's got that wiry strength, you know.
Weary. He's weary.
Boy, he's coming at him from a lot of different angles. This could be points right here. Good falling backwards.
Nice having that leg in
Trap.
there. Keep that leg back. Nope, he's got him a little bit.
Staying in good position. Boy,
Get off to the side now.
Max is
Got the
just
wrong
going
leg.
after it, aggressive on top.
He's getting aggressive. We like it.
Get both up. I think it was a good call. I mean, he had him on his leg on his
on the
feet
line
before,
there, bud.
so Max has got to work that counter, keep in good position so he doesn't get in trouble again. He's kind of standing straight up there. He needs to protect his legs. There you go.
He was looking there for a shot, and the window closed pretty quick, but that's what they do.
And Max trying to assert a little bit of his authority down there. But Ryan Hoist has nothing to do with it. He's giving it back just as good as he's getting it here.
Yep, good block there on the leg by Kaler. I believe I saw his parents, Joe and Jessica, in the stands earlier, here for Parents' Night. Looks like Holst is going to get a takedown there.
We're back to hand fighting. Max got to get up, get his hip off the mat. There's that crossface. Going for that crossface cradle. He's got it locked up.
Got to fight that.
Well, now we know what.
Now we want to get those hands unlocked, right? Hand control. We talked about it earlier.
Yep. Well, now we know what that far side cradle is. Looks like his hoist go-to up top move. Going right back at it again.
There you go. Now move up the base and get out of there. There you go. Stand up.
We got 13 seconds here.
You want to get the
See if we can
stand
get an
up here.
escape, at least get 1 point. There you go, got a point. Max is 6
Stay low,
to 7.
stay low, stay low, stay low.
And Max
Finish.
goes right after it.
Boy,
Good
I tell you
second
what,
period.
Kather looked downright
And it's our choice.
aggressive
So
there.
we think we're going to go down and try to
No,
escape.
no, you go down. Go down.
Well, he's got to watch out for that far side cradle. He's got to keep that leg straight.
He can fight it.
Go for a stand up here to get another escape. Tie it up and get the takedown.
All right, so Kather's down here at point.
Goes back in that far side cradle again.
We gotta get an escape here, a reversal, then we gotta get,
Oh.
ooh.
I think that was.
Pulse was a little high. Now we gotta get our leg
This
back.
could be a 2-point. This
Fight
could
our
be
leg
it.
back. No.
Ryan's got the ankle, so he's holding on to it. He's got to do something. He can't stand and hold on to it. He's got to move up.
He can't, he's gotta move up.
Yep, he's got to move up, or he's got to get. That should be a. He can't
He's
just hold on to
five
it.
seconds just laying on that ankle.
There's a reversal.
Oh, okay. Because he got that leg over, I guess. We want to get that Turk from the other side, get under that near arm.
Now we got to ride tougher, up by a point.
Oh, he got the arm there.
All right, up 8-7 with 52 seconds left. This is where your conditioning kicks in. This is where it all pays off, those extra reps and any hard work you've been doing in the practice room.
Last minute of the last period, right?
Next is a good job, breaking him down, got that near
Had it.
side arm trapped.
Had a hip. We got to jump over there, grab that arm, and
He's working for that tilt, that falling tilt.
oh,
Oh, he almost had it. He could still get it. He got that leg.
Get
He's
under
in
that
good
arm.
Position.
get under that arm and do that Turk. Keep that leg there.
There it is. This could be it. This could be back points right here.
Let's count it. No. Oh, that ref.
We got 18 seconds left. Tight. Now here we go for another tilt on the other way. Well,
Keep
the
that arm.
sophomores is
Keep that arm. Keep working it. Stay in good position.
bringing it.
Stay in good position here. Keep that leg.
There should be back points. And close. He's gonna ride to the end. Good job for the sophomore, Max Kather.
Great job by the sophomore over the senior from Monroe. Wow, that was exciting. That was exciting.
Wait, and Max weighed in at 135.4 too, so he was giving up some weight to the senior
Yeah.
and came out on top.
Well, I tell you what, we promised you some good matches.
Boy, that was some really good wrestling.
I think we came through.
I was impressive to see that sophomore step up like that. And
We got a
Get that
junior
big
Lee
win.
Jorgensen coming up. Looks like Monroe will send Brady Shue. Brady Shue, 6th place at state last year. Came out of this weekend 4-0. He's a tough wrestler.
right off the bat,
Bra-
showing his experience.
Brady's a senior. He's for 4 years. I mean, he's been running around here. He's pretty tough. Lee's no slouch himself. He's fighting right there. Look at that. Not going to give an inch on that tilt. We like that.
And
Lee's
Brady's
gonna
just
wanna-
going right at it.
Lee's going to want to fight his head up here and then keep moving for position.
Oh, we got that.
Oh, that shoulder looked a little far forward, didn't it, Mike? Oh, look at this. Turns right into him. Oh,
Lee getting caught with a cradle here. Bad position.
yeah, it's not the best position on that cradle.
Oh, it was a little bit of a muscle move there with a hip, just kind of a hip punch to
Yeah,
throw it over.
just tipped him over, but Lee is fighting. Keep fighting, Lee. That's
Brady's got it in a tight near side headlock. You got 30 seconds here.
keep fighting, Lee.
Lee did a good
There you
job
go.
fighting off his back.
Lee's folks in the stands here, Laura and Perry Jorgensen, they're watching. I've never seen them miss one of Lee's sporting events.
We got short time here.
Oh,
Lee almost with a 5-point move there. If he could have got that
wow.
Kelly in, that would have been huge.
Well, you know me, Mike. I love that move, and I love most moves I'm not good at. Right? That's one of them.
Yeah, that Kelly can be devastating, both mentally and physically. Because you get down by 5. You hit that Kelly and you get for a 5-point move. That is so hard to overcome mentally when you get down by 5. Or 5
This
points.
is,
in the score
I think
already.
this is more of a fight than Brady
Here we
thought he
go.
was getting tonight.
Lee steps up with that
Oh,
single.
You see, Lee saw that he was looking for that guillotine there. Lee stepped out on it smartly.
Came back on
A
Brad.
little reversal on the quick hip heist.
And Brady.
And
Brady
that one,
with the
that's
tight.
pretty tight when he
Yeah.
had both those arms. But I got to give it to Lee. He fought him well. And that Brady Shue's a quality wrestler. I mean,
Absolutely.
pound for pound, he's going to be back at the Kohl Center this year and more than likely on that podium. He is good. And here
Okay.
comes one of my wrestlers tonight, the senior, Ricky Brownswag. Been
Back.
wrestling since 4 years old.
I've been watching him since
5 years
one of
old.
his
I don't
first
know.
matches.
Yeah, you have. Been there the whole way. And he's got Jace Amaker, who's a senior. So we got senior on senior. Well, look at that. Here we go.
Ricky with the slight weight advantage and looks like height advantage. See if he can use that height and weight to his.
Goes from a high C over to a double.
It's a great transition there. If he's looking for that step through. Brownswag just going after it.
He's got energy. I think
There he is working 2-on-1.
I think
Can
your
control that
your
far
words
arm.
from earlier would have been better. Maybe a little bit of this. Little cut action, maybe.
Yeah, at
That's-
this
that's
point,
if-
I think it'd be a good idea.
If Dad's in the corner, he'd be saying that. He wants to see more takedowns. Oh, caught the leg.
Watch out for that, Granby.
Oh, don't get too high.
Here on the edge of the mat.
Oh,
See if he can sink in that far side
oh,
cradle.
no, he was looking for a cradle there, and you got to pick a side and go.
How easy he took him down. I think we should look for a cut here. And
Yeah.
get another takedown. All right. 45 seconds left in the match here, or the first period, excuse me. They're fighting for underneath hand control still. Guess we got blood time.
Oh, we got a little bit of blood. 39 seconds left in the first period with blood time. Where's our...
So, both parents are in the audience tonight.
Well, his mother's in the audience tonight.
Got
I got to be stuck in a booth with
dear old
you.
dad in the booth with me.
That's right.
His favorite food is steak. Did you know that?
I did.
Okay.
I'm well aware of what his favorite food is. He's got like 3 foods he likes. But yeah, I'm sure his grandparents are watching very proudly at home, and he's loving every second of that. Believe me.
Looks like he wants to be an engineer when he becomes an adult.
He's yeah, he's pretty serious about it. We'll see. We'll see. He also plays football and baseball, and I think that's the first blood time tonight. So unfortunately for Ricky, he's going to get a little more time for us to talk about him a little bit. So lesson, kids, you want to be talked about.
Yeah, I could give you guys a break here. We could talk about some upcoming wrestling events, right? So just a reminder, this Thursday.
Looks like we go back to the action here.
Anyway.
Well, in any event, we do have Edgerton on Thursday.
Yes, there you go.
And that's a home meet as well. I think that's youth night.
Youth night.
Oh, still some blood on that. We got
Sorry,
some
John, go ahead.
housekeeping.
All right, yeah.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Yep, so Thursday we got youth night right here, home, Edgerton. We'll be live streaming again, so come join us. Saturday we're at Sugar River. We will not be live streaming, but come cheer on the Blue Devils. This is at the Sugar River Raider Scramble. Tuesday, December 4th, your Evansville wrestlers will be at a Jefferson duel. That's Tuesday, December 14. And then Saturday, December 18 at the Fond du Lac Cardinal Invite. So here we go. I'll clear this out. We've got a couple shout outs here. We've got Mike Maves. He says, "Get him, Ricky."
Thanks, Maves.
Travis Artisan still chiming in. He loves this live stream. He says, "Great knowledge from the commentators, and the camera work is awesome. Thanks for bringing Blue Devil Wrestling to my living room." That's Travis Artisan.
That was the goal.
Thanks for the good comment, Travis.
Yeah, we want to feel like you're part of the action, and hopefully this live stream puts you in the gym with us. We're having a lot of fun up here. This is our first broadcast. Oh, maybe I'll just stop talking. You guys want to keep talking about Ricky?
Yeah.
Do you guys need a break over there? Or
No,
what?
we're fine. We're fine. But it's the viewers have to know. Ricky obviously doing some underneath hand fighting here, and he'll ride him out in the first period. We'll be 2-0.
Sorry, you put the mic in front
And
of
it
me.
looks like we gotta do more blood time.
More blood time? Okay, so you want me to talk then on the blood time?
You go nuts.
All right, let's see here. Maybe we could do a little YouTube subscribing. Hey, have you? This gives us a good chance to subscribe to our channel. I'm not sure how many subscribers we're at the moment, but we were in the 80s earlier tonight, so it's a good time to go ahead and ring the bell, subscribe. Like the YouTube.
I don't think we have a bell yet.
Well, there's kind of a YouTube bell, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Ricky, here's a good one for Ricky. Let's put this one up there.
Hey, we're up to 90 subscribers.
Yep. So we've got the Evansville Blue Devil football team wanted to recognize Ricky Brownswag and Gunnar Katzenmeyer to be named to the football individual academic all-state team. So Ricky, this is perfect timing. Ricky's wrestling right now. We got a little blood time. So I've got a couple wrestlers shown here of Ricky Brownswag and Gunnar Katzenmeyer. Both made the individual academic all-state team for their football team. Congratulations, Ricky and Gunnar. Well done. This is eligible award for a senior with a 3.75 GPA or higher and a varsity letter winner. So nice job, Ricky and Gunnar. You can see there, Evansville Blue Devil football, giving a shout out to these guys back in October. So way to go, football team. Let me clear this.
We like to see hard work on and off the mat.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Second
These
period.
are student athletes here.
Good chain wrestling to a switch to get that escape. you know, even if the reversal, I don't get the reversal from that switch.
Uh-oh.
You know, he hit it so hard that the other
Both
opponent had
underhooks.
no choice but
He
to let
likes
it go.
that. But it looked like Amaker hit his hips out.
Jace going right after Ricky there.
There's no fear there.
Get that near side ankle. This is going to be takedown right here.
Yep, that's it.
Good move there. I mean, not a lot of energy.
Just
you know.
calm,
Yep.
collected, no panic.
Is that the correct score?
Oh, sorry. What was the score?
Yes,
Oh, that's right. He got an escape.
yes. Correct score is
Okay,
5-0.
we're going to cut it here. There we go. There's the coaches. That's what we like to see. We get a couple cuts and takedowns. Start working on also breaking down not only the wrestler physically but mentally. I think this could be it right here.
He likes that move. You got to.
I don't. I don't think Jay saw that coming.
Nope.
He's going to give him the up. So if you're not familiar with this, you do have the option just saying go ahead and give them the point, and they start both up.
9-2.
Here we go. Now we're going to work. I think we do that one more time. Yep. One more time, and now we start looking for the pin.
Yeah, he's got to get his work in, not just
Here it
drop,
is.
but
Here it is.
he rolls down to that ankle just sitting there.
You gotta get cover the leg and get some back points. Keep your hips back. Working for that far side cradle again.
Got it locked up. Only got 3 seconds left. He's got to pull it now, pull the trigger. Nah, not
It was
quite
a
there.
great second period for Ricky Brownswag. It went a long ways and not only just scoring points, but again, breaking that will to win.
13-3 after 2.
And this sport is literally 60 to 70% mental. And that was a big
Oh, I see.
period
The
for
blood's
Brownswag
coming
there.
from the knees. We're going to put a sleeve on there. Good idea, Coach Witt.
All right, Brownswag signaling for the release. Here we go. We'll look for a takedown to a pinning combination here. Here we go. Good. Inside single. Kept the arm. If he can switch to a half here, this could be a good pinning combination.
He's going to keep pushing him.
There it is. There's the half. He's in good position here.
You got to get outside.
Here we
Got to
go.
get that a little tighter.
Jace is fighting tough here. Good heart from Jace.
You're going to get another 2 there.
Good heart from Jace there. Brownswag in such good position there, but Jace, the senior,
Another cut.
showed the heart there.
17-5.
Look for another takedown to a pinning combination here. Edge of the mat. Nice work for a double flip over to a single. Brownswag covers that cross ride for that leg for another takedown.
So now they're doing math.
He's going to turn the corner here. It's going to be another takedown.
That's going to be the tech, I think.
There it is, tech fall for Ricky Brownswag. Well, that hard work in that second period paid off. But Jace showed his heart there. Could have gave up, but he didn't. It shows good heart from Jace and just excellent technical skills and aggressive wrestling from Ricky Brownswag. Great match.
Indeed, and now we're looking at Owen Heiser. He's a junior.
He's going to get a forfeit.
He got second in state last year.
Boy, those two look. If you can see this on video, his brother and him look very close. I mean, just everything from body shape to facial expressions.
Yep.
Just he's a bigger, older version.
A couple sets of brothers. We got the two Heiser boys and we got the two Brownswag boys.
Yep. I think that's our next match, as a matter of fact. Nope. Looks like Brownswag will also get a forfeit.
Apparently, we can't officially do this until the blood is off the mat. Yep, got to raise it, got to make it official.
There's Charlie Brownswag checking in.
I think this is going to end it.
This is it.
This is it. We're going to see a final score of 59-16. I'll tell you what, we had a number of great matches. That score is not indicative of the talent on Monroe. I'll say that right now.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of heart out there. You can tell that they've been wrestling hard in the practice room and getting in their reps. So, good on them. They get hit with that COVID bug, so they got a few players out and a few wrestlers out. So, Evansville though, great performance. Continue with the good wrestling that we're seeing. The solid skills, not a lot of bad mistakes. I just couldn't be more impressed. This is the first match I got to see, so I was happy with what I saw. No one was really gassed, so it's just a testament to both the wrestlers and the coaches on how well they prepared these wrestlers for the season. So
I'll
back
tell you
in the
what,
swing of things.
from all of us to all of you, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to tune in on Thursday for our next broadcast, and take care, folks.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.